Hello, I'm Nicole Cherry, and we're looking at a really old Compaq computer with Windows Vista on it. And I am trying to make it into a dual boot computer. So first off, we need to see if we can shrink this partition with Windows on it so we can create another partition and put Linux on it. So we're going to try to shrink it by clicking shrink. Okay, after that long wait, it is telling us how much we can shrink it, and we're going to shrink it as much as we possibly can. So I click the shrink button, and now we're going to wait on it. Okay, so while I was shrinking the partition, my computer decided that it was going to freeze up and I had to restart it. So I'm going to tell you what I did in the meantime. It shrunk it and it created a new partition basically with unallocated space, and when it came back on it had the unallocated space, so I reformatted that. And I did that by clicking the partition, right-clicking the partition, and then clicking the format button, and then it gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do, and I followed all that. And then I changed the drive letter and the drive and the path, and so now I have an in drive. Okay, now that we have the in drive, we need to restart the computer and load it into Linux, which I have on my flash drive. So we're gonna go ahead and restart the computer, and then when it goes to restart, we are going to push the magical button to choose a boot option, and then we're going to choose to boot from the USB that has Linux on it. Okay, we're going to press escape to get to the boot menu. Alright, now we are going to choose the USB. And then we are going to choose for the default. Now we're going to wait for Fedora to load. And there's the desktop. And then we're going to double click install the hard drive. And then we want English in the United States. And then continue. And then we have to click installation destination. And then you have to come over here and click the checkbox that says I would like to make additional space available. And then click done. And this window pops up. And then now we need to find that partition that we created earlier. And I remember that it was 72 gigabytes. So we're going to choose this one here. And we're going to shrink it to make space. And then we're going to choose how much space you want. And it tells you down here that the installation requires a total of 2.05 GIB for system data. And then right here it tells you how much you are shrinking it. So you just move this to pick which size you need, what size, how much you want to shrink it by. And we're going to do a little bit over what it requires. So, right there. Oh. That should be good. 2.83. And we're going to click reclaim space. And then we're going to click begin installation. And then we're going to click root password. and I'm going to create a password. And just for all intents and purposes, we're going to make it password 01. And then to confirm it, password 01. And then you could create a user, and we'll just use my name. And then it gives you a name already, and we're just gonna let it choose that name because it seems to be simple enough. And we're going to make it an administrator so I can have all the privileges ever. And then we're gonna use the same password again just so I can remember it. And as you can see, it's installing the software down here, and this may take a little while, but okay, installation was complete. So now we restarted the computer and we went to the boot options and we let it choose Fedora, and now Fedora is loading, and all we have to do is log into my user account with the password that we had created earlier, and it should load into Fedora with no problems, and then I will have created a dual boot computer. Hopefully everything works, so we shall find out in just a second. Alright, I'm going to log into my account. And then we're going to wait for the desktop to load. And as you can see, there's nothing there except for the trash can because that comes standard, and I have not put anything there yet. So there's nothing there. But I have successfully created it. And it is running off the hard drive. There's no flash drive in it. And so I have successfully done it. Yay me!